away.
Okay, so welcome back to the podcast, episode 5. This is part 2 of last week's topic, which was unpopular opinions.
Not really 10 minutes ago.
Continue. Okay, so the first one we read here, another one, it says, weddings are overrated and are a waste of money. So this guy says, disagree with me if you want, but they just seem so unnecessary. They cost $5,000 for a full ceremony and everything for one day. There's all this hype about it being the best day of your life, but I really can't see it being like that. I'd rather just get a marriage license for a few hundred and spend the rest on a crazy honeymoon in some nice place you see on the front of travel magazines. And if that doesn't sound good to you, then why can't you just rent a function suite and have a party and first dance? It's basically all a wedding is, without the you may kiss the bride stuff. So I definitely think people feel pressure to spend a lot of money on weddings.
Especially in like Ireland and Northern Ireland, where like even the likes of wakes are just great big events. Like you gotta throw a big party for the whole family and the family and the family's family, and like get everyone around and get all this crack and banter around, and then it all just adds up.
Well, I suppose it is probably the one day in your life where like you kind of want to make an effort, but there's obviously like I think people can't go overboard.
Yeah. So $5,000 would also be a very cheap wedding.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's got that price from. Like, yeah. I think some people do go over the top. But then I also, like, it depends, I suppose, what it means to them. Like, if they can justify spending that. Like, some people would rather have an amazing wedding day than, like, going on a holiday. So I think it's a very, like, personal thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think also, yeah, there is that pressure that it has to be, like, so you have to do certain things.
Yeah.
I
I think like there's almost like you almost want people to like talk about your wedding in the months after, where like that shouldn't really be
Oh, didn't Julie have a great wedding?
the main cause or yeah.
Like, all you need is a wee clergyman and some of the boys around, and then your bride. That's all you need for your wedding.
Standard Friday night. Like.
Because, yeah, a wedding's just an excuse to meet up with all your friends again, really. And that's sort of the best part about it. And you always get good food at weddings too. But then, yeah, so the bride and groom pay for everyone's food, which I don't understand. Like, this is your big day, but you're still paying for everyone.
Yeah.
Get it nice and cheap.
Sorry, Connor.
No.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Yeah, why doesn't everybody? I mean, I suppose you just wouldn't come. Like
Yeah.
you're inviting them to a party. It'd be like inviting somebody just to your birthday party and ask them to.
I'd give me a $5. If you don't bring me a present, you're not allowed.
Yeah.
I like the whole bit where it's like after the service, the bride and groom like disappear for like a couple hours to get photos. Like I'd be like, sure, everyone on down, like you just have to crack like. But,
So that's definitely the photographers being like, we don't want anybody else there because.
I suppose that the couples decided that for the photos.
Well, so a lot of the time, yeah. Well, kind of it's a chat between the photographer and the. Like, sometimes it's to save effort. Like if they're going somewhere else for photos instead of bringing everybody else there, when everybody's not going to be in a photo, and it also means the photographer can has peace to do.
I just want a really like personal wedding where everyone's involved and like it's just a chill day and there's not too much stress about it.
So, as a professional, what kind of wedding is the best to do? And like.
So the best wedding, I suppose, that I've ever like done or like been at was one, and the bride had the reception was in the bride's back garden, and it was just like massive tent thing, and they had like just big long tables, and they had like an Australian or New Zealand like style buffet kind of thing. So it was all like pulled pork and pulled chicken.
Whoa.
And, like, it was good stuff. Like so, it was quite different. They had a wee jazz band playing, and like. Everybody was up on like the dance floor and like the place was packed, and it was just good crack. Like it was so chilled and it was just good. Like so, yeah. I think if you can do something a wee bit different and like make it personal, so not like you don't have to spend a massive amount of money.
No.
I mean, I'm sure that probably cost them quite a bit.
But yeah, it's put their own personality in it, like, and just makes it nice.
Yeah.
So in a wedding sort of dance and like dinner at the end, I definitely think in some weddings you can just turn up, not be in the guest list, turn up and you'll be grand. Like, I'm sure quite a lot have like guest lists and stuff, but some of the ones I've been to, they've definitely look like you can just turn up. It's like a big tent, you just turn up and dance.
Basically, I mean, the bride and groom might know that they didn't ask you, but I mean, I don't know. Well, it depends who you are, I suppose, but I don't know if they're gonna care either. Like, if they're really gonna, yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, if I was getting married, like, just anybody land around. They're all invited. Don't know when it's happening, not anytime soon, but they're all invited.
Oh, really? So what does the perfect wedding look like to you guys?
Oh, jeepers.
So I think a camper van needs involved some way.
Fair. My brother had a camper van at his wedding.
Oh, nice.
It struggled to get up to Glensheen, but we got there.
That's part of the charm.
Aye.
Like when the car doesn't work when you're trying to get the bride into the church and everyone panics. Oh my goodness, I don't understand Reddit sometimes.
Perfect wedding. I don't know what it would require.
So
Just that everyone enjoys it.
Yeah.
I suppose
a good.
it's not not stressful or.
Aye, just nice and chilled.
A wee decent sermon at the start, a wee decent couple of hymns, and a absolutely banging band at the end. I don't know if I'd have a DJ in mind. A band maybe, but
Oh, perfect wedding. Get Laney down
yeah.
to be the band.
Can you imagine that? Just show it up and.
Probably half the people would know who they are if it happened now. Like,
Yeah.
who are these boys?
That's true.
But then would you even invite them to your wedding if they didn't know Laney?
Oh, would I probably?
Oh, fair.
There wouldn't be there wouldn't be anyone at my wedding if I didn't invite the people who didn't know Laney.
You maybe ask them if they know Lanny.
We're struggling here to find.
No, there's no one. So all babies are ugly, or as Reddit put it, but ugly.
Yeah. So well, I think it's just like a default where people will say all your babies lovely. Like obviously you're trying to be kind, and you're not going to say in that situation.
Aye, look at the shape of the one.
Yeah. I think you have to acknowledge that that's maybe not what you actually think.
Yeah.
But you're obviously not going to say that because it'll just be a very awkward situation.
So there is definitely though some nice babies.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So actually, I seen.
You got some on your phone.
Here's some examples.
I seen a really nice like photograph yesterday of a really cute baby, but I don't know if it was just a really cute photograph. So like.
Oh, aye. But that's only half his face.
Okay, but like look at his
Put that
little
up on the
hands and
screen,
stuff.
folks.
Like, I mean, you're not going to be able to see this over there, but it's a nice photo. And there was other photos, I just didn't screenshot them.
So babies are like a fine wine. You need to let them set longer for them to turn into something pretty. But like they've just recently been squeezed out of a human, so they're gonna be all like crushed and ugly and things like that. Like, but a fine wine, you need to let it sit for it to taste better. There's also that thing like your maternal/paternal instincts just goes, oh, so wee cute wee baby, let's keep it safe, and things like that, you know.
Is that a thing?
Well, it is to me. When I see a baby, I do think, oh, that's a bit ugly, but also think, oh.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. It's like our love for like tiny things.
Another one I think default. Well, I'm not gonna say it because people get triggered.
Go on ahead. You've.
So when women meet each other and they say, "Oh, that's a lovely shirt" or "That's a lovely jacket," like it's almost every time, and like it doesn't always have to be a lovely jacket. Like you can have an opinion. It's more just a point. Like don't just say something for the sake of saying it. Like I'd rather people just say what they actually thought, and people should have the mental power to not get annoyed by it or affected by it. But it doesn't really matter. Who cares? So one in here says summer is an overhyped season.
It is an overhyped season.
Yeah.
It's nice but warm, like.
I definitely prefer winter. Like summer, I just get hot really easily, and it's not fun, especially in holiday, and you just have to cover yourself in sun cream, and it's not a good time.
But then there's also like in winter where there's that stage where it's just miserable. Like you don't want to go outside because it's like lashing and it's windy and it's cold, and you're like, oh, I'll just sit here in front of the fire and.
But then if you get an excuse to stay inside, whereas in the summer, it'll be a good day, and someone will be like, "Oh, why aren't you outside?" But I prefer summer for the long nights, and like you can stay like
100%.
out late and do stuff to like 9 or 10, whereas in the winter, like it's pitch black by 5. But
Winter is just so bad as well because everything's slippy and everything's cold, and like I don't like that. I'd rather be too hot than too cold, personally.
Oh no, absolutely not. Too cold. Like
If you're too
you
cold-
can always put a coat on if you're too cold. If you're too hot, you can't take. Like there's only so many clothes you can take off before people start like calling the police or something.
You got experience in this, huh?
okay, coffee tastes disgusting. So I think I still agree with this, but in the past week or so, I've forced myself to try coffee, and a couple of those cups, I was kind of just like, oh, this is grand. It kind of just tastes like tea. But other times, I definitely think this is just far too bitter to be enjoyable. And I think in general, coffee's overhyped. Like, it's like the main social thing to do nowadays. And like, you get all these boys who are like coffee experts and know all the techniques and the beans and the roasting and all this palaver. But I think coffee's overhyped at the minute.
There is like some genuinely nice tasting coffee, but like it goes down into 2 stages where the actual taste of the coffee and then how coffee actually works on you. Like coffee doesn't work on me, bless you, at all.
Yeah, I haven't found a.
Pardon me. Jeepers. So, to be fair, at the start I really didn't like coffee, but I just drank it.
Someone didn't take their hay fever tablet.
Absolutely did not. Like.
I think this is a good one.
Near now.
Smoking should be banned.
Fair.
I mean,
Absolutely unrelated, but shout out to Sean Murphy.
I used to do that.
Original watch of the podcast. If you want to shout out, comment down below. Yeah. Anyway, so there was a recent study came out saying that vaping is quite bad as well, so you should stop it. Like all these boys are dying from it. Bless you again.
I'm dying from this. Yeah, I just really don't like smoking. But then I suppose some people like have a genuine.
I just don't understand the concept of spending money on something that's harmful for you, like directly harmful on you.
Yeah.
So it's the same as alcohol. It's like a stress reliever / social device that people just use, got in the habit of using, just to get through life.
What did that say about subconsciously there? Yeah. No, I agree.
I just happen to have found something that doesn't require smoking or drinking to get me through life. That's your man up there. You.
He's some boy, to be fair. Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah. I just don't like walking past people smoking. Like, I just don't want to inhale that.
Yeah.
So,
That's fair.
what is this? Don't know what that is.
Ah, dear. I'm struggling here, boys. My nose needs chopped off. It's not good. Like.
But see, would a chopped off nose really have hay fever? You just get like a sneezy hole in
You'd
your
have to
face.
pay for surgery to fix it up.
Oh, yeah.
You can be walking around with a
I'll just put a bit of clean film on
Sure,
chopped
like-
off nose.
Just fill up the hole.
I don't think surgery could fix hay fever. I think hay fever is like your body reacting to something. It's like
It is. You're allergic to.
Aye.
So yeah.
Because like you couldn't get surgery to fix asthma. I don't know how that's related.
True.
But, aye.
Although, fun fact, there was tablets I was on for a wee while to see. No, it wasn't tablets. It was drips or like drips. Because one cause of asthma is something to do with like a drip coming down the back of your throat and doing something. So I mean, it didn't work. I still have asthma, but this is not. Somebody's cutting the grass somewhere. Like that's.
It was cut yesterday out there.
Well, maybe that's what it is.
Maybe that's
Oh.
Right. This is the
I thought you boys were supposed to pick up 10 unpopular opinions.
We didn't do that.
No. I'll do
Oh, so
go for it.
runny yolks.
I don't mind hard yolks. Like a hard boiled egg's nice, and like hard. If you happen to over fry your fried egg, so not your frying egg, it's still nice. Like I runny yolk sometimes just gets a wee bit too messy.
No,
No,
no, you're just wrong. It has to be a runny yolk, like. Oh, I mean, no, I would still eat it if it wasn't, but yeah, I mean, it's hard to beat a wee runny yolk.
So in summary, there, get over yourself and eat the egg.
Aye, fair.
Aye. So the internet's definitely
It's far too serious.
the internet's far too serious, and like it wants to focus on politics and like negative stuff all the time. Just so. Bless you.
Should we just talk about Brexit?
No, thanks. You're right. I was gonna say there's a nice wee thing in the Irish Times I saw online. It like asked people to put forward their stories of how people have like paid forward their coffee and like random acts of kindness. So that's been on my mind. Like, do a wee random act of kindness and
I was in Newcastle a couple of weeks ago, and do you know like the wee bridge near Maud's? Aye.
aye.
So someone had just left like an entire pizza box on the rocks, like, so I just went and grabbed it, put it in the bin. Like, why would you not put? It's like this giant pizza box. It's not like it's a crisp wrapper. Like, it's a bit of an eyesore. So, I put that in the bin. So did.
You're some boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say there was a pizza and you just ate it.
That wouldn't surprise me.
So I was saying we should chat about Brexit.
Oh,
'Cause
no.
I think Brexit is the most exaggerated, worst thing ever.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Well, that's true.
I mean, like, unless when Brexit comes into play, if it ever does, like, people are obviously we don't really know what the outcome will be, but some people are suggesting that the outcome is like just absolutely dire, and like Britain will cease to exist, and like all these terrible things will go wrong. But I really don't think it's going to happen, and people will get so angry about it, and like I really don't think it's going to affect your day-to-day life. Like the only thing really that should affect that is your view on things and the work ethic you put into things, and I don't think you should let like political movements affect that sort of thing.
Sorry.
But yeah, that's my point.
Okay. So, yeah, I agree to a certain extent, but I suppose would be the job like thing that comes into that then. So, like, if you worked in a company that was trading with, I don't know, Germany.
But I don't get this. Like, Germany's not
Hello,
going to just.
darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision saw.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know very much about
Are
it.
you shutting off for this conversation?
Politics is bad. That's my input.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I really don't know very much about it, but
No, I'm no expert, and I think some people pretend to be
Yeah.
experts, and like, not even the politicians are experts. Like
So-
they don't know what's going really.
There's a
gonna
very good video on YouTube. I'll have to link it to you later by Wisecrack. It's talking about how basically the whole world is basically a sitcom these days. Like opinions and just sort of popularity and like money and things like that. They're all valued higher than actually doing the right or wrong thing. So in a perfect world, you wouldn't really need politicians, and like you wouldn't have all this crack. But because people like to have more power and more money and stuff, it's stupid. Like,
So
don't be a politician.
yeah, I used to think like, it used to confuse me why, like, we had to work to earn money. So if everything was free, I mean, so I can see why it's not, because then people just wouldn't do stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we just wouldn't work. But like, imagine people just weren't complete bums, and like we could just, so like you done a day's work,
Yeah.
and then you went down to the shop, and you lifted a packet of eggs, and you walked out of the shop.
Yeah. Like, you don't need money to survive. You need food and like shelter to survive, and like just give everyone a wee bit of it, and then you won't have all these world problems. And like, but then people always would want more.
Yeah, it's not going to
in
work.
human nature.
Like, yeah.
The one thing that really baffles me is like the whole thing about footballers' wages. Like,
Oh.
surely there should be a cap on that. Like,
Yeah.
I know obviously some footballers do give away a good bit of money, but I think there should be like a whole infrastructure in place where that wealth is distributed to like actual people, and like, I mean, who on earth needs £500,000 a week?
Yeah,
Like the actual people who need that don't get that, and like
will never have £500,000
in their whole life,
Yeah,
and it's just like
it
completely-
make
completely
sense.
crazy.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
why it's such a rich, like, it just doesn't.
I understand.
I read a thing, that there was a report that some of this, like only 4 of the 20 Premier League teams, like only 4 of those teams, their staff get paid like this respectable amount. Like they're actually underpaid, and like it's pretty weird. Like where the players are getting paid millions, and the staff of those teams
Yeah,
aren't,
don't
but-
get anything.
Yeah.
So there's certain like professions like acting where like that amount of money, it kind of makes sense sometimes, because then you set up your own production company or your own like charitable fund or something. But like, I don't see a lot of news about footballers doing that. But anyway,
There's definitely the money to solve the world's problems. It's just not getting to them, the people. But yeah, that's been episode 5. A bit,
I was quite abrupt there, Mark.
yeah,
a lot of
a bit meandering there. But
We really need to get sorted out what we're going to talk about before we sit down.
we need to do our research and have our
I mean-
bullet points.
It was okay because it came off the cuff, like the whole money.
Okay, yeah,
happens.
but we just we kind of sit here looking at each other. I mean, I'm sure just there's some
Sit
parts
here.
of it is like
Sit here thinking.
these boys are just talking absolute speed.
Yeah.
That's true.
Aye.
Well, we'll try our best for next week,
See you out there.
but hope you've enjoyed, and all the best.
Bye. Are we doing another one?